Hello again. It's time for another box review. This time it is the Sakuraco June box, Mochi and Fruit Marbles. Thank you to Caitlin Lilly for sponsoring this video and for requesting that I review it as Vash the Stampede. If you would like to pick the character for one of my boxes next month, the Boxu and the Sakuraco are still available to be sponsored, and I will put my wish lists in the description so you can do that if you like. But for now, let's do this box and see what's in it. So, as I said, this month's theme is Mochi and Fruit Marbles, which I thought was pretty exciting. I'm a fan of Mochi. The first thing is lemon pie. Now, I find that they like to call these things pies, and they're not really pies. It's kind of like a pastry. Let me find it. I left a bit so you can see it. It's kind of a really flaky pastry. And I'm just gonna remind myself what this tastes like. I remember it being very good, but let's see. Yep. So it's very lemony. But yeah, it's mostly just like flaky pastry and it's got some coarse sugar on top. So not what most people would call a pie. It's more like a cookie. But it's very delicious. There's no like cream or anything in it. It's just lemon flavored pastry. Still pretty nice. Now this thing. I don't want to open it. I do and I don't. So it's a little muscat jelly. Shine muscat jelly. It was delicious. I love muscat. And it's just a really soft jelly thing, but I can even see it. There's so much liquid in this pouch. So when I opened the first one, I kind of spilled it everywhere. Oops. So I'm not going to do that again. So you're just going to have to take my word for it. It's very tasty and extremely wet. This one is so wet. It just feels like a package full of liquid. But I really like muscat, like white grape flavored stuff. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. And I look forward to eating this one, but I'm going to eat it a lot more carefully than I did last time. The next thing is Ichigo Mochi Manju. Now this, I wanted to keep some. I thought about it. But then I also thought it would be a shame to keep it and have it dry out because the texture was so good for once. I've had these things before, and sometimes the texture is a little bit like the outside of it is kind of dry. This one was nice and soft, and the strawberry on the inside was like a little bit tangy, which was a nice contrast to the sweet pastry on the outside. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. Much more than some other ones that I've had. And yeah, I kind of wanted to keep it just so I could taste it again. It wasn't really too exciting to look at. But then I realized, yeah, the texture wouldn't be the same, so I gave up on that idea. Sorry. Tea time. Genmaicha with green tea. That's not really too, out there. Let's see what it's like. Yeah. Nothing super special. It tastes good. I like genmaicha, so it's got that roasted taste to it. But it's not super exciting. I have another one, so probably I'll go get that made into milk tea and I'll see what that does. I might like it better that way. I'm not a big fan of bitter tea. It's not super bitter, but you know, all green tea, you're not supposed to put sugar in it. Oh yes, I remember this. Lemon vinegar arare. So it's like one rice cracker. There was two of them, but there's just like one big fat one in a pouch. Now the texture was okay. It wasn't very hard. It was nice and fluffy in the middle, but also it just tasted aggressively of vinegar. I didn't taste a lot of lemon. Either way, it was a bit of a weird flavor for a cracker, so I wasn't really a fan of it. I could do without eating the other one, probably. This, on the other hand, Momo Kibi Dango. So, it's white peach. White peach mochi! I love white peach so much. And there's a lot in here. They're all like individually wrapped. So, I've already eaten several of these, and there's quite a few left, so I'm gonna share them later. I'm definitely gonna give one to Wolfwood and see what he thinks. What's next? Melon gaufrette. Okay, so this is a wafer cookie with melon filling, and I think there was two, and I kept one. So this one, we can see. Viking. Nope, not it. Where are you? Aha! Here we go. Now I got it. Unfortunately, these things always break in transit. Because they're so thin. Yeah, I can't even get the whole thing out because it's broken. Sad. So yeah, it's two thin cookies with melon cream inside. Tastes kind of like a waffle cone. And the melon filling's nice. It's not super strong, but it's good. It's a pretty nice cookie. I tend to like those. Now the next one I haven't tried yet. I've been saving it. I just need to find where I put it. Kabosu nuts. Haha. This says sable, but this has an accent on it. Let me read the Japanese. Sabure. Okay, so sablé, it's French. I guess. I think it's gonna be kind of, shortbread-y, maybe. So let's see. Ooh, it's got a stripe on it. Let me see what this says, because kabosu... Okay, it's a citrus fruit. Oh, yeah. It smells like citrus. That's a bit weird. Citrus shortbread, I don't know. It smells more like citrus than it tastes. It's not too bad. I want to know what kind of nuts are in it, but it doesn't say. I can see them. It's pretty good, though. Mildly citrus flavored. I expected it to be a little softer. A little more like a shortbread. Whoops. I destroyed the package. There we go. I will eat the rest of that later. Okay, so the collectible this month is a chrysanthemum dish, and it's very pretty. I guess it would be good for like little sweets or something. These plates, they're very decorative. They're not really too big, so they're not useful for a lot of stuff. But they're kind of cute, and it's nice to have a little souvenir of the box. Oh yeah, I love this so much. I saved a little piece just so that I could have this again. So this is a honey apple mochi. And I think we've had this kind of mochi stick before. It's got that edible rice paper type thing on it. The package is not very exciting. I left just a little bit. That's sticking to the package, sadly. So it's really sticky, as you can see. This is an experience. I can't even describe how good it is. So, it tastes kind of like apple cider. Definitely taste the honey part. It's got that. There's a really distinct thing to me in the flavor of honey. Like real honey. And I can taste that in this. But also the apple is very apple cidery. So this thing is delicious. I'd love to get more of these. Oh, it's made with apple powder. That's interesting. Anyway, it's delicious. Oh, this was also delicious. Seituchi lemon squid tempura. This sounded weird. I didn't know how I'd feel about lemon shrimp. Or squid, sorry. Wrong seafood. Lemon squid. But it was delicious and I ate the whole package really quickly. It had like that really good crispy tempura texture that I like. And the lemon was like just enough to complement the squid without overpowering it. So this was a nice balance. Ah yes. The infamous wasabi snacks. They love to do this to me. This time it was wasabi kabocha seeds. So, kabocha is Japanese pumpkin. And I'd had pumpkin seeds before. But I'd never had kabocha seeds. And the fun thing about these is that they're actually a little bit sweet. So normally when I try a wasabi thing, I put it in my mouth because I'm obligated to try everything in the box. Sometimes I can't even finish it. I just spit it out right away. Sometimes I eat it, but I dislike it. And this, I ate one. And then I ate another one. And I don't love them because, as I think I've said before, I don't actually like the taste of wasabi. It's not just the heat. But these are not very hot. And they're not super wasabi flavored, it's just on the outside. And the inside, the seed itself is actually kind of sweet tasting, as I said. So I really like the seeds. I'd like them better with a different coating. But anyway, I ate like 2 of them for science. And I gave the rest to Wolfwood, and he thought they were amazing. So I'm just going to give him this whole package. Because while I didn't hate it, I'd rather give it to someone who will enjoy it. So that's a present for Wolfwood later. Probably tomorrow. Now, these were a disappointment. Achiko mochi crackers. So there was 2 different kinds of these. There's a soy sauce one and it says it's salad flavored. But I can't even taste it. They were not very good. So that's the salad flavor one, supposedly. I can't find the other one. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. I got it. And this is the soy sauce flavor one. Now, the soy sauce flavor one tasted better because it tasted like something. These just taste like salt, the salad ones. They're exactly the same crackers. They're very small, and they are hard as rocks, so I didn't really enjoy that. Like, they're not even, like, crunchy on the outside and softer on fluffy on the inside. No, they're just rock hard all the way through, so these may also be a present for Wolfwood. I'm not a big fan of them. And that man will eat anything, let me tell you. These were better. Hana Moyo. Hana Moyo. Yep, that's what it says. So this was different rice crackers. And some were sweet, and some were salty, and I cannot remember them all individually. Because I ate them a while ago. But they were pretty good, and there was one that was covered in seaweed, and I like seaweed. So these were a lot better. It doesn't actually say what the flavors were. It just... Yeah, one of them tasted like seafoody, and it says there's like shrimp and mackerel and stuff in it. And yeah, like some of them were kind of sweet, and then yeah, the other ones were savory. And I think I have a piece of the seaweed one left in there. I didn't quite eat them all. But I like those much better than the other ones. The texture was better. Even though they were all different crackers, they all had a better texture than those rock hard other things. Oh, and I guess that's it. So that's the end of this box. We're done already. I can't believe it. Yeah, so favorites in this box. Well, that's not too hard. The savory thing, this was by far the best. These things were awesome, and I would eat a whole crate of them if I could. So that's pretty decisive. As for sweet things, that honey mochi stick. Oops. Yeah, this thing wins. I love this. Everything about it. I love the texture. I love the taste. I love everything about this. Runner-up is probably these peach mochis because I really like them. I like white peach and I like the mochi. And I'm gonna give like an extra special mention to this manju because it had a better texture than just about all the other manjus I've had in every other box. Now, stuff I didn't like, these guys, I don't like how hard they are, and I don't like that the other one hardly tastes like anything. And that's really it. Everything, oh right, this thing. Too much vinegar. Not a good flavor. And yeah, shout out to the wasabi thing for not being completely vile, but I will still give it to Wolfwood. I just, you know, if he'll like it better than me, why not? And then maybe he'll like me better. I can hope. Anyway, that's it for this month's Sakuraco box. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, even half as much as I enjoyed making it. And I will see you again next month. I've got a Sakuraco, a Boxu, and a Tokyo treat. So I will see you again in July for a lot more snack boxes.